Hello. What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel and to another video. I know you guys are expecting us to be painting today, but today is Saturday and the paint store, who is mixing our paint for Bobby's Evo 10 parts that we have all prepped out, ready to go. Of course, they're closed until Monday. So today we are gonna be 100% completing, probably not 100%, 99.9% completing the wide body orange Veris slash Victory function charge speed. I always forget the wide body kit on the orange 10. I don't know why. We need to complete that car. We have a list of things to finish. Driver's door handle falls out. Oh shit handles I need to purchase. Antenna I need to purchase. I need a new head unit. Need to bleed the brakes. Need to balance the wheels. And the car desperately needs a tune, which is exactly what we are starting off with today. Tag Tuned is of course taking care of the tune on this car, and he has sent over base map. So let's pop in the shop real quick. I actually need my Tactrix cable and get this base map loaded up. The car hardly starts, it hardly runs. And also I think the alternator is bad. So there's a whole ton of things we need to do on the car before I actually can enjoy it. That's why I have not driven it at all, even though I've put a ton of time and money into it. So this car is gonna stay pump gas only for now, at least. In the future, I may do an E85 mount, but I highly doubt it. ETS kit, 6266, ID 1300s, Walbro 450, is the basics of this build. Pretty simple, should make about 500 wheel and should be a ripper. All right, finishing up the base map on this thing. Let's see how the first start goes. So I cannot get the car to fire up. I put Chag's new base map on it, would not start, so I decided to go back to the old map from the old tune on the car, and the car still won't start. So I'm worried that it killed another cam sensor. This car did kill a cam sensor a while ago, and I'm guessing it's from low voltage. It is not throwing any check engine lights or any codes, but I may swap the cam sensors out again just to make sure, because when I first got in this car this morning, it was dead. So I put a new battery in it. Holy fuck, all right, you're good. You can kill it. That is a little funny.
You sound injured.
We've drove this car so much, bro. I drove it into the trailer once and then out of the trailer once.
Yeah.
And then it sat, and now she's knocking.
You got oil in her?
Probably. Holy shit, all right, kill it. Somehow while this car sat in the other shop, I'm guessing my current hypothesis is Jared probably looked at it and broke it. It is knocking really loud. So, and it's coming from the top end. I'm gonna pop the valve cover real quick, see if anything sus is going on in there. Jared, what did you do?
Drop the valve.
You dropped the valve?
I dropped the valve.
I knew it. Let's pop the valve cover. I'm gonna have you turn it over. Everything looks fine. All right, so I popped the valve cover. Everything looks fine. I'm gonna have Jared turn it over. Of course, it's not gonna start because there's no coils. It still may spray a little bit of oil. Everything looks perfect. Looks mint underneath the valve cover. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and put the valve cover back on. I do have the bore scope charging right now, so I can scope the cylinders. I'm just gonna set the valve cover back on, throw 2 bolts in it, throw the plugs and coils back on, and fire it up again. See if I can figure out what the hell that noise is. It wasn't there last time I had this car running, and now it is. I am 100% certain it is something with the valve train, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the cams on the car. Now, I've never done this without pulling the timing cover. I don't think I've ever, like usually when I build a motor or work on a motor, I'll just drop everything out. But being that this should be hopefully an easy fix, knock on wood, I'm going to just pop the cams out. I bought a 4B11, blown 4B11 from this guy a couple months ago, and he gave me this tool right here. And this is supposed to allow you to pull the timing, or pull the cams without pulling the timing cover. So let's go and get this thing just situated on the lift in case we need to real quickly raise it up. And then I'm gonna pop the valve cover back off and see about removing these cams without pulling the timing cover. That would be ideal. I completely spaced letting you guys know what the issue was earlier, why it wouldn't start initially. It was a bad cam sensor, put a new cam sensor on it, fired it right up, good to go. Figured I'd get that out of the way. All right, let me show you guys exactly how we're gonna go ahead, pull the cams on our Evo 10 without pulling the timing chain or the timing cover. You do need a tool. It is, I think, made by Tome. Where the hell did it go? I think it's inside the engine. Let me show you guys what to do though. I have the car up on the lift right now. And if you look up in here, that right there is an access hole to access the timing chain tensioner. But we do need to drop down the motor a little bit, so I'm just gonna go ahead, loosen up those 3 motor mount nuts and bolts. The motor's gonna drop down and give us access to get a screwdriver in there, a flathead. We're gonna twist it, get the timing chain tensioner jam tool situated, and then we can pull the cams. It sounds very, very easy to do, so let's see how easy it actually is. Thanks, Daddy.
I felt bad because your car is broken.
It'll be fixed soon. All right, so I went ahead and pulled off this motor mount, and we have the motor drop down far enough. This is the access hole right here. So Jared is gonna come in here with the flathead, and all you have to do is twist it, and it's gonna release the tensioner. And then I'm gonna put the jam tool down in there, bolt it to the head, and we should be able to pop out the cams. All right. God damn, that is nice. Holy shit, bro. That is the coolest tool I've ever used in my life.
I don't understand how it works. Just so you don't have to retime it?
So this tool, what I did was I separated or pulled the teeth apart. So now when I put that tool in there, it pushes the tensioner in. And now we have enough slack, as you can see,
Yeah.
to pull the cams out. There you go.
This is exhaust.
So everything is completely torn down. Cams are out. We went ahead and pulled each bucket out and everything looks perfect. Cams look beautiful as well. Nothing weird going on there. So while I have the cams out, just to rule anything out with the Myvec, I'm gonna go ahead and swap in a different set of cams we have here at the shop that are also factory. Let's go ahead and put the replacement cams in, get the whole car reassembled. If nothing changes there, I'm gonna swap out the Myvec solenoid. The solenoid may be bad and causing irregular oil pressure to the cam gear. It's a possibility. So let's go and get this thing back together. I never would have guessed. Whoa. Damn. It was a bad Myvet cam gear. And honestly, I didn't think it was that. It's titties. It's the cam gear, bro. Floppy cam gear. Why would it go bad? Just sitting, literally sitting there.
I have no idea.
Thank God I put the other cams in. I know.
Hell yeah.
That thing's healthy.
That sounds good.
That's a healthy son of a bitch.
Huh.
I thought it was kind of a waste to pull the cams, but apparently not.
That's so weird.
All right, mechanic Jared, explain what's going on here.
It was just sitting there. How did it break?
Bro, there's the only explanation is your fucking ass. It's in the same warehouse that you're in, so it did. Oh, thank God. I thought I was about to pull the motor again, bro. All right, the car is all back together, as you guys heard. Very, very miraculously, the sound is gone. When I first heard this thing this morning, when I fired it up, and I had no intentions to work on mechanical stuff on this car, I thought for sure I was pulling the motor back out of this thing today. But nope, she's good to go. Myvet. Stock cams, stock springs. If it had like big cams and some aggressive springs, I could see that damaging the Myvet, but the thing's all stock, so it's very surprising. Sounds nice and healthy again, ready to go. So if your Evo sounds like this right here, check your Myvet, it's probably hammered. I am gonna throw in a AEM wideband real quick. The car has this Zeotronics or whatever the brand is, wideband in it, but I don't think that's gonna connect to Evo Scan. So I have an AEM we can toss in real quick, and we can go ahead and grab some data logs for Chag. I am so excited. I am very excited. I feel like very rarely you hear a knock like that or a sound like that on an engine, and it's an easy fix. Also, that Tomei tensioner holder, or the tensioner jam, best tool in the world. I'll go ahead and link one down below. If you have an Evo 10, I would highly recommend picking one up. That saved us like 5 hours of work. All right, wideband is installed. Very ghetto-y. Let's go ahead and data log a startup with a 5-minute idle, and then we're gonna go for a 15-minute cruise. Wideband's reading on Evo Scan, we're good to go. Pulling up to the gas station, rolling up, and it shuts off. Oh man, close call with the gas light today. Is this a YouTuber?
What up, dude?
Dude, how's it going?
Oh, you know, just playing with dumb Subaru problems.
Is she running well?
Kinda. First, the boost controller had problems.
Yeah.
Then the spark plugs were gapped too low, so I put new plugs in, re-gapped them. Then TDC offset was off by like 10 degrees. Now it's like a random misfire somewhere.
Custom builds, man.
It almost makes 400.
Hey,
YouTube party or what?
It is a YouTube party. No,
I'm
we even
sorry,
got Bo.
I quit, so
Did you say
I'm no
what?
longer.
Oh, Bo. What's up, Bo? We got Remy here. My bad, Remy. Sorry, Remy. All right, Bader, how's this thing going? You having fun?
No, I'm not. This is what happens. Let me tell you, when you're tuning a vehicle, 3 steps you should check. 1, if it has a standalone, check timing. 2, check plug gap. 3, yell at the owner when they're all wrong.
Hey, why is everyone telling me you put a hot, spicy super map on here?
Oh, I'll put hot spicy nap on it. When I get a clean pole, we're trying, boys. All the cameras.
So this is Smedia's car. I think he lives over in Seattle, and it's an H6 out of a SVX. And it should make, what is this thing gonna make? Like 800, 1,000?
This setup should cap out at like 950, 1,000. Bigger turbo, bigger injectors, 12, 1,400.
We need 1,000 tonight, minimum.
Shooting 4. I told Bader not to take it off till it hits 4 digits.
You want to be a tuner?
Yeah?
I'll hand it off to you today. Here you go.
All right.
Don't blow it up.
Take on, I'm
What
out.
the hell is this? You get a new laptop?
I did.
That thing's fancy. I'm gonna break it.
You like it? I got a dyno there,
That
and
is-
then I can tune there.
That's nice. Well, boys, I'm back at the house now. I know today was a super random series of events, starting with the car not even starting because of a bad cam sensor, moving into knocking. Pretty wild, both unexpected. I didn't do anything today that I was initially planning on doing. Besides, I bled the brakes and I balanced and torqued the wheels. That's it. Everything else I had on my list of Evo things to do did not get done. But it is what it is. I'm glad it was an easy fix. That Tome Cam tensioner jam tool, the nicest, handiest tool I've ever used on Evo 10. So if I can find one, I'll link it down below. Also, Smedia, congrats on building a pretty wild car. He does have a YouTube channel. If you guys didn't know, I'll have his channel linked down below as well. Go check out his build. I think it made pretty good power on the dyno last night after I left. So yeah, go check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Peace out, my good friends. I will see you boys tomorrow.